guys and girls, sneak back here with another video, and yes, I'm still full of cold. I've still not managed to get rid of it, but anyway, this video is going to be a little bit different because as you can see in front of me, I have a new tower and I managed to pick this one up for free. It is a HP Pavilion. I'm sure that's how you pronounce that name on there. Just zooming for you. There, it is a Pentium 4. Anyway, the story of how I come across this PC was I was just walking around the neighbourhood, just taking a little daily walk, and I seen it at the end of someone's driveway. So I had a little think about it, and you know what, I thought, why not? I'll go and knock on the door and ask why they're throwing it away. So I spoke to a nice fella. I'm not going to mention his name because he's a well-known person around here where I live. So I started talking to him a bit, and he was just telling me that it was his daughter's computer that she's had for a few years, and she just doesn't use it. So he put it in a bin bag, tied it up, put it in the attic for a while, and he was having to sort out. And he decided to get rid of it, so he just put it on the front of his driveway for anyone to take. So I just asked him nicely, do you mind if I take it? Explained to him about him to computers. And he said, sure, why not? So as you can see, again, it's a HP Pavilion Tower. There's the front of it. It does have a slide down thing for some SD cards and whatnot. I'm not too sure if they're USB 1s or USB 2s, but we have S-video and composite video. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to open it up and have a look inside. So I'll be right back. So here's what's inside the tower. And there's a few things that strike me quite oddly strange. Like the power supply. That seems to be a lot newer in the whole system itself, which is really strange. The hard drive did fall down, but I just propped it back up. It wasn't actually screwed in. I think this green plastic thing right here somehow keeps it attached, but for some reason I can't get it to stay. It's got a Master CPU cooler on there. That's not bad, that'll keep it nice and cool. Another strange thing I found on the motherboard as well is that the CD drive is connected by IDE, and then the hard drive is connected by SATA, which I find that strange. So this motherboard supports IDE and SATA, and also it's got a PCI Express slot. Oh, very strange. Again, the thing that strikes me odd is the power supply. It just seems a hell of a lot newer. And if we zoom in, it is a 350 watt power supply. It's not really giving me a make properly apart from FSP. So I can't tell you what make of power supply that is. But yeah, it does not. How can I put it? It just seems a hell of a lot newer in this whole system altogether. But anyway, I'm quite surprised how clean it is as well. That's really nice to see a really clean PC for once. Because I've had some that are really dusty and I've had to clean them out. So yeah, that's what's inside the tower. So I think what we're going to do now, guys and girls, I think I'm going to connect it up to the TV behind me through VGA. And see what's on the hard drive. So, be right back again. Well, I've tried turning it on, and this is all I'm guessing. It'll boot up and then die on me. So I'm going to tinker around with it, and hopefully I can get it to boot properly. So, hopefully this shouldn't take me too long. Well, as you can see, guys and girls, I've stripped it down further. And it's still doing the exact same thing. So when I plug the power in, oh, just bear with me a second. I'll switch it on. It'll boot up. Then die. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to strip everything out the case. And hopefully I can find another power supply lying around somewhere. Because it might be that power supply that came with it's died. Or it could be something simple. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take everything out the case. I'm just going to set it all up on the side. And then see if I can get it working like that. So again, I will be right back. Well, as you can see, I've took out the case. I've got all set up on my bench. And it was quite interesting taking out the case because I found 2 plastic standoffs that were snapped. So why it wasn't booting the case, it was because of the plastic standoffs were snapped. The metal on the case is touching some metal on the motherboard and it was shorting out. That's my theory anyway. As you can see, I've got the same power supply. I've worked out the hard drive's a 160 gig hard drive. I have them connected. And you might be thinking, well, how are you going to turn it on about the case? You don't have a power switch to turn it on and off. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to short 2 pins. But please don't try this at home. As you can see, it is now booting. And hopefully it doesn't turn off. Also, I've got my trusty mouse and keyboard combo connected to it wirelessly. I can't even say that word for some reason. Can't speak today. Well, we're actually booting up to Windows XP. So yeah, my theory of the 2 plastic standoffs that were snapped must be right. So therefore the metal on the case was touching some metal on the motherboard and it was shorting out. As you can see, we are booted up to Windows XP. Wow, I've not used XP in a long time. Let's have a look around. The RAM, let's check what RAM's in it. Wow, I so can't remember. Wow, we've got 248 megabyte of RAM. But the processor is a Pentium 4 300 gigahertz. Actually not a bad processor to be fair. Let's see what we've got for graphics. So remember right, it's right click, properties, I think it was settings, advanced, and then adapter. Well, that's weird, it's not showing any for the graphics. Well, let's have a look around, see what else we can find. Oh, clicking the wrong mouse button there. Let's close that. Let's close that. Well, I'm guessing by the looks of it, this might be a fresh install of Windows of XP. So what might happen is the person who was getting rid of it, her daughter might have got someone to install a fresh copy of XP on it, and he said he had it packed away in the attic for ages. So I'm guessing that when he's put it at the end of the driveway, he's got it out of the attic and put it at the end of the driveway, that's possibly when the plastic standoffs were snapped. However, I'm not too sure. Again, it's just a theory. But as you can see, everything is running fine. There's a hard drive. The CD-ROM drive. Let's open it. Oh, that's a bit sticky. Give it a little tap on top. Let's see, do I have a disc I can put in? See if it's working. I do have a disc. Let's put a disc in. See if it, oh. Let's see if anything's going to load on this disc. But I'll tell you what, that DVD-ROM drive doesn't sound too good. So let's see if it's going to pop up with anything. Let's check the ROM drive itself. Oh, it has found the file. Let's explore it. Oh, this might be the Windows 10 boot. Yeah, this is a my Windows 10 CD. Well, yeah, at least it's read the disc, so that's a good thing, even though it is making weird sounds. Let's just take the disc out. It actually opened nicely that time. So yeah, same power supply, everything that was in the case is what I'm using here. So yeah, it was just a weird one, just finding two plastic standoffs in the case that had snapped. And that was all what it was stopping from booting. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to look in my parts bin to see if I can find any standoffs, and hopefully put it back in the case and we can get it working inside the case. Now we actually know the whole system was working. So once again, I'm going to say I'll be right back, but if I'm not, this is going to be the end of the video, and thanks for watching. Bye. So as you can see, guys and girls, I've finally put it back in its case. It is the HP Pavilion case, but in my haste I've broke the power button, so that is why I've left the side panel off, because I'm going to have to jump start it by shorting out 2 pins again. So I'm just going to do that now. I'm sorry if you can't see this. As you can see, it's powered on and it's booting up. There we have it, booting to Windows XP. So what I'm thinking to do on the next video, guys and girls, is I'm going to look in my parts bin to see if I have any standard DDR RAM. If not, I will scour the Facebook Marketplace, eBay, such and such, because I might try and install Windows Vista, sorry, not Windows Vista, Windows 7, and if that installs, I'm going to try installing Windows 10 to see if we can get Windows 10 to install on it. What I'm going to call this video, I'm going to call it the Driveway Trash PC. Because basically if no one took it from the end of his driveway, it was going to go in the trash. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I've got it all up and running, working fine. So this is now going to be the end of the video. So thank you for watching. Any comments you want to leave down below, please do so. I will hopefully get around to replying back to them as soon as possible. Have you got any video suggestions I can do with this PC? Again, just drop it in the comments. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And thank you for watching. Bye for now.